So in this video, we're going to need a blanket, sort of, I don't know, roughly this big. And then you kind of roll it into a roll. You can use a foam roller for this. That being said, a foam roller is actually quite high. So the floor is going to be quite far away from you. We're using the roller to give some feedback into the upper back and shoulders. You also might have little hand weights. I like these circular hand weights. I believe they are Pilates props. They're nice because they give you a little bit of a different grip strength, but you could use a can of soup. You can use any old hand weight, whatever you've got kind of laying around. So what you're gonna do is you're going to put your tailbone on one end of the roll and your head on the other. And then you're just gonna lay back. Let your arms relax, let your belly relax. Now, you might be tempted, and you can just watch. So here I am, my ribs are kind of down. You can notice if I stretch my legs out, what immediately happens is your ribs pop up and create a big arch in your back, which may feel good, but it's not, we're not working on the lower body here, so I would rather you be a little more stable and in a place where your ribs are down so that you're not creating a back bend and then working with your shoulders. So a little bit of a knee bend, relax your pelvis, relax your belly, and then you're gonna bring your arms up in front of you. So we're gonna start out just pushing the arms towards the ceiling and then dropping them back down. And you want to, initially we get the movement going with the arms, but eventually I want you to feel it's shoulder blades wide and then shoulder blades squeeze the roll. Shoulder blades wide, shoulder blades squeeze the roll. Another thing you might be aware of is that you're not going up. Like you can see how I'm drawing an arc there. My shoulder goes up before my arm goes up. You want to keep your shoulders down away from your ears. They go straight up, straight back. So that'd be like level one. Then you can add a little weight to it so that you have a little bit of resistance. And sometimes adding weight will actually make the movement easier or more obvious. Then you're gonna put your weights down and we're gonna look at just what kind of snow angel you have. So your arms go up, your arms come down. As the arms are snow angeling, we are also observing how the shoulder blades are moving in the back. You can feel the shoulder blades moving around the roll. Now, very often we won't actually have the range of motion to keep the hands on the floor the whole time. So you would start with your arms in front of you and you go from your hips and then up and back to the floor. And you want to watch that as you're moving your arms, your back's not arching. So you're not moving your arms with your rib cage. Your ribs are staying down and you're moving truly at the shoulder. So once you get kind of good at straight forward and straight back, then you go a little wider, which is maybe kind of harder to see on the video, but now my arms are going sort of out in an arc and they just keep getting wider and wider till eventually your hands are on the floor. And same thing, you can add load to the exercise, but you want to observe that adding too much load makes it hard to control the movement. So you want to be really mindful that you're not going too heavy and that you're not letting the integrity of the rib cage and the shoulder suffer. So there's no pain in the range of motion. It's slow and controlled. I'm just observing. Because adding weight can actually make it easier to keep your hands on the floor in the passive range of motion. So you can check that out. Another thing you can do is have something on the floor. So I got a little block here, one on either side. And you start out with your arms low and you push the block up and then go down And then the arms go and you push the block up. Having something to push against, having some little bit of feedback can actually create more range of motion where there wasn't any previously. So just a couple of different things to work with here while you're laying on the roll is that protraction and retraction of the shoulder blades. It's the rainbowing your snow angel, forward and back, adding weight or not. Just trying to mobilize the upper back and the shoulders. And when you're done, you just roll off. Take the roll out. Stretch your legs out and lie flat, and you just want to notice if you feel a little flatter. The upper back is a little flatter, a little more relaxed. If it's easier to tuck the chin, might be, might not be. You can hang out here and breathe for a moment. So give that a try. Talk to you later.